Hey guys, not Minecraft today because blah. I don't fucking know. I'll make a video soon, but yeah. I'm only making this video because I saw the video. Like, for those who don't know, Ian iDubbbz made a new content up on what, Thursday, Friday, something like that. And yeah, it was on Ethan Klein, which was his former friend from the good old Wild West of YouTube and all that. I don't really know about their relationship as that. Really, just it's like but yeah. So he made like a content cup about him, and I kind of want to talk about it. Because I think overall, because not overall, but like, I think in the context of him and Ethan's relationship, I can see both sides of where they're coming from. At least from with Ethan, from the clips that he showed, because I don't watch like these guys for real. Uh, I just saw that there was like a new content up. I was like, ooh, this is probably gonna be good, and it was like kind of disappointing. But yeah, I feel like this whole thing could have been an email, to be honest. This was a whole lot more personal than I think it should have been publicly. This, like, which I guess is hard because they're like friends and stuff, or they were friends, or whatever, right? I guess that's hard. But I feel like it could have been handled better if it was just in private. Uh, like, it's a whole lot of personal stuff that I don't think, like, we should really care about, at least the people watching, for like, at the very least, for the people watching for the content cup. Is that one, for real? That's not what a content cup was about in the first place, and I think Ian knows this. I think he purposely misled it as a content cop at first, with the whole, you know, the whole starting bit, which I kind of liked it. I feel like it was in bad taste, honestly. Like, it makes sense with the context that he kind of implies afterward about with him following all of those people, and Ethan got mad about that. Uh, and yeah, it was in really bad taste, but like the production was good at least. So I was like, oh, it's kind of entertaining at least. But other than that, it was really personal. I don't think we should know about the confines of their friendship that much. I get why Ian is frustrated about a lot of stuff about Ethan, right? Because there's like, he feels like it's transactional. It kind of looks transactional, in my opinion. At least from the clips that he showed, right? It could be more than that because they have, I don't know, they have a bunch of stuff that they could have in private that no one knows, right? Uh, and I feel like he has a bunch of valid criticisms, at least, for Ethan, but I feel like all of this could have been done on a phone call or something, which he did say before that, like, him and Ethan wouldn't go on like a phone call about some shit, like denouncing or whatever, like his former editor or something like that. Like, yeah, but you could have really just went on a phone call for this. I don't think he's opposed. Like, maybe he was opposed to that, maybe, but like, it could have literally just been anything else, literally just anything. Like, you didn't have to make a video about this. That's what I'm getting at. This shouldn't have been a video, because like, for me at least, it's interesting because I don't know. I just like watching people and how they interact with others. I think that's really interesting to me. Which kind of sounds creepy in retrospect, but it's more like, they're having like a falling out and stuff, and I kind of like, I'm nosy a little bit, so I'm like, oh, I kind of want to see the reason why. But overall, it's like why? It's like, why put this out? Like, it would be understandable if you both talked about it and you both had a conversation or something and made content over it, because at least you two were having like a conversation. It's like, shoot, oh, what's the word for it? constructive, right? Uh, it would have been at least like something constructive, right? This entire thing is very subjective, if that makes sense. It's very just there's one side and then there's the other side, right? And this is the same thing on both sides. Ian's like, no, I'm in the right, and Ethan is also like, no, you're in the wrong, right? I don't think Ethan's also saying he's also in the right, I guess. No, I'm not super sure. I don't have all the context. I don't watch either of these people. I think both sides kind of have dumb reasons to do this. Uh, like, I don't know. I think Ian is more valid in how he feels than Ethan is. I think Ethan, at least in the clips that was shown, Ethan was very in his feelings, and that's why he acted the way he did. But I don't think that's something that like I don't think that's something that you could just like drop your friend over. I think that's just he's in his feelings and stuff. And as his friend, and even if he doesn't call you his friend anymore, it's your responsibility to just tell him you're being in your feelings right now. You need to calm the fuck down, right? I think that's how it should have been, and that's how the conversation should have started. It shouldn't have been, straight up. Oh, you're not friends with me anymore. I'm gonna make a contact cop on you or something like that. Cause fucking whatever, right? And it sounds more like he's trying to have a conversation with him. It sounds like he's more trying to reach out to him through this, but this is like the worst way possible to do that. I don't think this was like the move, at least, because really this is just something that's super personal between the both of them. I don't really care for the whole like Frogan and what's his name, like Frogan, Sean, Denims, and Hassan being there. That was just kind of like whatever, right? It was just it felt very like it was very kind of like distasteful, at least from like it was so because it was so unnecessary from what the video actually was, or at least like from what I saw. Because I could probably watch the rest of it. Just so hard to it's so hard to like keep it's so hard to keep watching something like that when it's just like the whole time you're just questioning why is this even a thing, right? Like why are you just posting this? It's like the whole question. It's like the biggest problem. It's like it shouldn't be a thing. I think there's other things that's like little stuff that you criticize them for, like again, like having like Hassan and Frogan and all of Ethan's like enemies, I guess, quote unquote, like the people he doesn't like on the same video with you, and like having them in your description. I think that's in bad taste. I think that I think that it takes away the right way to say it. It's like it it what's the word? What's the best way to say this? Huh. I don't think it takes away from it. But it undermines what the message is. I think that's what I'm going at. It very much undermines what you're trying to say to Ethan, and it very much undermines how Ethan's feeling. I think you could have made this video without undermining how he felt, and without undermining how you felt, like how Ian felt. I guess I think that could have been doable. I think it could have been less personal. And yeah, I don't know. And another thing is, I don't think you should have made this a content cop per se, because I don't think Ethan is also completely in the wrong. He's not in the wrong for feeling a certain way. It's human, like it's just human nature, right? If you feel betrayed, if you're in your feelings, that's normal, right? But I think he is wrong for making it super personal as well and putting it out there, right? I think he's wrong for that as well. This is like straight up like this whole thing is straight up like high school shit. Is what I got right watching it. It's very much like these guys must be in like 11th grade or some shit like that, and they're like what pushing 40 or something like that. I don't know how old they are. They're in their 30s to 40s. I think it looks like it, but yeah, it's just really weird to just see that and be like like it's very hard to take it super seriously, right? It's very hard to be like very active watching the whole video when it's just a whole lot of shit that super unnecessary, I guess. I think there's stuff that he could criticize him on, like there's I think there's some things like Ian said, like talked about his podcast and how he interacts with his community and stuff, and I think that's fair that you could put in, but a whole lot of other stuff is very personal. At least it feels like it's very much how he feels Ethan treated him. That's how it feels watching the whole video. He feels hurt that Ethan went that far. That is what I got from the whole video. And that just really could have been like an email, like a phone call, something like that. You could literally just call him, message him, and I don't even think, because I saw like a clip, and Ethan didn't even know he made a content cop. And Ethan, which is something that's like kind of crazy, right? Because Ian, sorry, they have the same in, but Ian kind of paints himself in a better light than Ethan, saying like, oh, I had a conversation with you before you like said that shit about me on your podcast and whatever. And I feel like it was very constructive, while at the same time, Ian didn't like talk to Ethan beforehand before making the what's it called, the contact cop, which is kind of crazy to me because Ethan actually had the balls to talk to you before he talked to you on the talked about you on the podcast. And I don't know how that conversation went. I don't know how any of that shit went, and I don't want to know how that went, because keep it between yourselves. It's not anyone else's business but yours. But it's just so weird how they both kind of seem to paint themselves in the better light than each other, and it seems like the video gets a little more petty toward the end, and I think they're both going to be super petty with each other for a little while. I think Ethan especially, because it seems like he's a super like petty, emotional kind of person, right? I think he holds grudges and stuff, because it seems like he goes on and on about things for fucking years. At least in the clips, because I'm going based off clips that he showed. There could be more stuff. There could be a lot, but it just seems like it's super personal, and I don't think it should have been something that was, I don't think it should have been, this. It shouldn't have been a video. It should have been a phone call. That's all I have to really say about it. I don't have anything else to say about it. There's nothing like, I'm not gonna bash Ian for hanging out with Hassan or anything. He's a grown ass man. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. And yeah, that's about it. Stop doing petty shit, I guess. I'll see you guys later. Minecraft next time. Yeah, bye.